This massive amount of Colombian nose candy is worth up to $400,000.
That's it? $400 million.
Normally, the cocaine would be scraped off the machinery, but this cartel is so ludicrously wealthy and powerful that they have completely stopped giving a shit.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be checking out how it's actually made. We got 3 of them lined up today. We got jelly beans, we got prepackaged sandwiches, and we have bowling balls. This is recommended to me by our prefect Dagenhart, so big thank you to Dagenhart for this week's recommendation. As always, do appreciate that a lot, man. I have to say right away, I've never actually heard of these before, how it's actually made. I'd assume it's a play on the classic show, How It's Made, right? Where they take you through the factory and of course tell you how different products, different foods, whatever have you, are made. I'm assuming this is probably going to be a parody of that if I had to assume, but I've never actually heard of it. HuggBees here is the creator of it, 2.3 million subscribers, so I'm assuming I've probably been sleeping under a rock or something like that. But yeah, either way, don't really know what else to say about these, don't really have any context behind them. So yeah, without any further delay, I say we just really get right into it, see what we think about it, right? I'm gonna be interested to see, I guess, what he does differently, if there's a bit of humor to these or if it's serious, you know. I'll be very interested. But either way, guys, of course, if you guys enjoy these reactions, please do hit that like button, subscribe for more content from me, leave your recommendations down in the comments below. Big thank you, of course, to all of our members. Join Discord if you're not in it. And without any further delay, guys, I say we get right into it. The first one here we're going to be checking out is jelly beans. I actually don't know how jelly beans are regularly made, so this might be a very interesting video either way for me. But yeah, we're obviously going to leave a like up there. Captions are on, quality 1080p. We're full screen here. So without any further delay, guys, let's get right into it. How it's actually made, jelly beans.
The jelly bean is a colorful treat, but unfortunately, no one is exactly sure when the jelly bean was invented and how. It's believed that the jelly center dates back to biblical times, as a candy called Turkish delight. Many centuries later, the outer shell was added, thus making jelly beans we know today. Jelly beans come in a large variety of colors, even though they only come in one flavor.
Right. Yeah. Isn't that the weirdest thing about jelly beans? There's always so many different fucking colors, but they all taste damn near identical. I think there's a few different brands out there that actually flavor their jelly beans, like their candies like that. But yeah, if you just have like the generic fucking jelly bean, it's literally just sugar flavor. You know what I mean? It's so weird to me.
Of colors, even though they only come in one flavor. To make jelly beans, liquid is heated in a large kettle to 347 degrees Fahrenheit. Solids are then mixed into the liquid as an agitator blends it all together.
Right.
Meanwhile, at a local cocaine production plant, things are going great.
Whoa, 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 whoa. That would make a little bit more sense too, actually, now that I'm thinking of it. Holy fuck, you know, how come kids just keep eating that shit, you know, especially like, oh my god, what's it called? Like those rainbow candies where it's literally just fucking sugar, dude. Oh my god. I never was big on candy myself. If anything, if I have a sweet tooth, I'll typically eat some chocolate or something like that. But even that is very, very rare for me. I really don't eat sugary foods in general. It makes me feel like shit for the most part, right? But holy fuck, yeah, they're coking up the jelly beans, dude. Oh my god, it kind of looks like it though.
Local cocaine production plant.
Just medical grade cocaine, so it's legal.
Great. This massive amount of Colombian nose candy is worth up to $400,000.
That's it? $400 million.
Normally, the cocaine would be scraped off the machinery, but this cartel is so ludicrously wealthy and powerful that they have completely stopped giving a shit.
I must say, this place does look like a fucking mess. Like, you can see their assembly line, and then there's just shit just everywhere. This powder is just everywhere. So I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it's hard to keep clean, but goddamn, yeah, it's a fair point.
Wealthy and powerful that they have completely stopped giving a shit. In a plot twist you didn't see coming, molds are pressed into the cocaine to be filled with liquid sugar, which will form the jelly beans.
Okay.
Jelly Belly, the most popular brand of jelly beans, are known for their vast array of narcotics connections.
I guess it literally is just a syrup, yeah.
The jelly bean centers are then moved to a drying room to cool and harden for 24 hours. Notice how some of the cocaine spills into the batch, adding to the jelly bean's addictive quality.
Definitely, you gotta obviously powder off the top, you know what I'm saying? You gotta always add extra when you can, right? And look how much excess there is on these trays, goddamn.
Jelly bean's addictive quality. Arms flip the trays into a drum that will separate them. Half of them will continue into the candy factory, while the other half will wind up on the streets of Southside Chicago.
Oh my god. What the fuck? Only to low-income communities, I'm sure. What the fuck?
The dry jelly bean centers then tumble into a wire mesh conveyor. Notice their clear white color, a byproduct of their production being so closely tied to stimulants.
Right. Looks medical grade right now. Looks like rocks, you know?
The jelly beans then ride through a sugar vapor condenser and into a sugar drum. The drum tosses the beans in sugar until they eventually become 99% sugar and 1% bean.
1% bean, of course. Real bean.
In another part of the factory,
I wonder what the percentage of cocaine is then.
And this time, he's not alone. Joined by anti-hero Blue Liquid.
Oh.
And with a little help from his sidekick, Wage Slave, Liquid tries to stop the growing...
What? From a little help from his friend, Wage Slave. Oh my god. Holy shit.
The little help from his sidekick, Wage Slave, Liquid tries to stop the growing drug problem directly at its source.
It's impossible to stop.
After the beans are
where they add different colors to it?
The literal fourth gigantic helping of sugar is added to the batch. But don't celebrate too quickly, because then the nefarious supervillain Red Liquid joins the party.
So
Red Liquid...
I genuinely wonder, do they dye? I'm assuming they dye, obviously, different beans, different colors, or do they mix the dyes together? I guess that's how they probably get some certain other colors, right? I'm genuinely curious. How does that work?
Joins the party. And Red Liquid's superpower? Racism.
Whoa! Oh my god. They went there.
Then a little wax is added, because most people hate when things taste good. The wax coats the candies to make 90% of this process pointless.
Okay. Alright.
Then the jelly beans stop spinning and air dry.
Look how red they
are. If the beans
Jeez.
spin for too long, they may turn purple, indicating they have become spoiled and poisonous.
Oh.
Do not eat purple jelly
not.
Beans. And finally, as all the jelly beans mix together and move to the packaging area, we here at How It's Made would like to apologize for doing an episode on jelly beans. We all know they're disgusting, and one of the worst candies ever made. But we felt obligated in our educational duties to show you where these vile hellspawn came from. We apologize to anyone offended by the fact they had to learn about jelly beans. And if you enjoy eating or talking about jelly beans, please consult professional counseling.
Get a life.
There are people who can help. It gets better.
Oh my god. Holy shit. Okay, that was the first one. Again, having never seen these before, yeah, very, very humorous. Very clearly a parody take on How It's Made, of course, which I kind of assumed going into that. I didn't know if he was going to be serious in a regard or joking. Very clearly, there's a lot of humor to this one. Yeah, I thought that was really funny. Who the fuck does give a fuck about jelly beans? So, like, why would they actually make an episode on jelly beans? Like, is that really what the fans were asking them to do? Hey, how do you make jelly beans? The thing that, like, nobody eats. I mean, seriously, though, how many people in your day-to-day life do you know actually eat jelly beans? Because I think I haven't had a jelly bean in unironically probably 10 or 12 years at this point. Like literally, like I've, and I think it was literally like my friend like offered me some. I was like, all right, but otherwise, yeah, I literally don't go out there and eat jelly beans or candy like that. But either way, thought this was a fantastic video. Obviously, very, very good production there. I'm going to leave a sub to him right now, actually. Second one here, how it's actually made prepackaged sandwiches. So I've eaten quite a few prepackaged sandwiches in my day here in Canada. When you're doing military stuff, you have a couple different meal options, I suppose. That's not up to you given the day that you get it, right? Obviously, you have your canteen meals, you got your MREs, and then you have the infamous boxed lunches. Now, depending on your boxed lunch, right, it might be good. It might be also really dog shit. It really depends. It's a mixed bag, right, depending on procurement. But the main staple of those boxed lunches, drum roll, prepackaged sandwiches. Any variety, some are a lot better than others. Sometimes you'll get like, oh my God, you'll open up your boxed lunch and it'll be like an Italian, like a prepackaged Italian like sub. Oh my fucking God, those things are amazing. But other times you'll open it up and it'll literally be white bread with fucking tuna with no mayonnaise. And it's like, I'm gonna fucking vomit. And I like tuna sandwiches, don't get me wrong. But tuna sandwiches, prepackaged, no mayo on the driest fucking white bread you can imagine. Fuck, and they give you like one packet of like mayo that comes in the box if you're lucky. Goddamn, no. No, it really depends on where you're going. But anyway, I have a lot of experience with prepackaged sandwiches. I'm something of a connoisseur, I guess you could say. So this one's going to be interesting to check out. We're obviously liked up there. We're already subbed as of the last video there. It's not going to appear, but we're going to like up there. Captions on. Quality 1080p. Full screen. Without any further delay, let's see how actually prepackaged sandwiches are made.
In today's hustle and bustle world, it's not uncommon to forgo brown bagging it and instead grab a meal on the go. It's not surprising to see that...
Don't get me wrong, I like egg salad too, but again, the prepackaged variety sucks ass. It's not good.
And instead grab a meal on the go. It's not surprising to see that food retailers, from mega supermarkets to convenience stores, carry prepackaged sandwiches for the hungry in a hurry customer.
Those look appetizing.
Ham and cheese. Tomato. Miscellaneous salad.
I don't know, guys. Do you guys... I'll eat tomato, depending, right, on if it's mixed in with something. Like, if I'm eating a tomato on a burger, I don't really mind too much, right? But if I'm eating a tomato, like a raw tomato in like a sandwich, I don't know. It's just not my thing. You know what I mean? It's too juicy. It sogs out the sandwich sometimes. I don't know. Maybe that's just my opinion. I like tomato products. You know what I'm saying? Raw tomatoes, I don't know. It just doesn't really do it for me, you know?
Tomato. Miscellaneous salad. Just a few of the many sandwich varieties you can buy ready-made. Retail customers order the specific ingredients they want in their sandwiches, and the factory hires its employees accordingly. The first step is to load fresh bread into an automated machine. The bread is slapped to ensure its quality. Cheaply made bread will crumble, while high-quality bread springs back into shape.
Right.
A large helping of melted butter is added to the slices to help them pass through the upcoming machinery. For this sandwich, a jizz of mayonnaise is required, which is squirted onto the bread via an automated dispenser.
Wow.
Workers then lay on grated cheddar cheese with their bare hands, feeling each and every bit of cheese that goes onto the sandwich to ensure that it is properly shredded.
Genuinely, though, I'm sure, obviously, they hand wash, whatever have you, right? But why don't they just wear gloves? If all you're doing is putting cheese on a sandwich, why don't just provide some plastic gloves or something? That's a weird one to me, actually. Why don't they do that?
In another area, traditional ham logs are squished into a slicing coffin.
Ugh. Literally looks like spam.
The slices go off to the assembly line where they are then added to the sandwiches.
I suppose bare-handedly,
of course, for an added salty flavor. Next, they close up the sandwiches, occasionally giving a light spank to the naughtier-looking ones. The sandwiches are stacked on top of each other and moved to a security checkpoint. Here, each sandwich is cut in half and scanned for contraband material that workers may have lost in the product, such as fingernails, wedding rings, fingers, guns, and sandwich pornography.
Oh my God. Yeah, very weird though. Why don't they wear gloves? Like that is very strange to me. Again, I hand washing, I'm not like anal when it comes to that type of thing. I get it, right? You wash your hands. Typically that's cleaner than gloves most of the time anyway. But just in the case of this, where it's literally just cheese onto bread. Like, what are we talking about here? Why? Is that an expense? Like, I genuinely can't conceive of why they wouldn't just provide gloves for something like that.
Fingers, guns, and sandwich pornography. Sandwiches found to be guilty of smuggling are sent to a sandwich internment camp.
Oh.
In the camp, robot arms force the sandwich bread into formation.
Oh my God.
Any bread slices found to break this formation will be shot with pepper spray to enhance its flavor.
Increase that burning sensation
the
when it
bread
goes
is
down
then
your
frisked
gullet.
by another series of arms to make sure that none of them have reverted to their smuggling ways. If a sandwich is again caught smuggling, they are punished by being smothered in one of the most disgusting substances known to man: egg salad.
Ugh. Again, egg salad, if you homemake it, is actually decent. Okay, I'm gonna say that right out loud right now. You make homemade egg salad, you can make it good. Okay, this prepackaged garbage is just that. It's garbage. It tastes like shit. It's not good. They don't put any fucking seasoning in it. They barely put enough mayo in it. It's not good. I cannot recommend. Like, if you get one of those, man, especially if you're doing military stuff, you get those box lunches, dude. Trade it. And if you can't trade it, fucking, I'm sorry for you, I guess. Like, I don't even know. Typically, though, there'll be a bunch of box lunches left over. That's the good thing, right? Is because typically they'll order like a bunch of them, and then maybe we don't need that many, whatever have you. We got extras. So if you get fucked, typically you can go get another one. Depending, right? Now, if you're on course, I don't recommend making yourself a target like that. But if you got some fucking clout and you're already trained up, go get yourself a different sandwich, brother.
Egg salad.
Oh my God.
Roughly 50% of all bread slices are smugglers. At the next station, robotic arms lined with suction cups place the bread slices together.
So the ham ones have to be made by people, but egg salad can be
Next, a high-frequency blade
by a
uses the
machine.
power of the samurai to perfectly slice all the sandwiches in half. Then robotic arms pick half of the sandwich up, spin it, and stack it. Each robotic arm has layers and layers of caked-on egg salad, dating all the way back to the camp's opening in the 1970s. With this stacking motion, small bits of the food particles are scraped onto each sandwich as well as replenished, keeping the sandwich bloodline pure.
My God.
A behavior correctional arm automatically sorts the new sandwich halves for packaging. While back at the factory, workers again use their bare, unwashed hands to flip and sort the sandwiches.
Well, these guys got gloves on.
Here's a rare interview with a factory employee on why they all elect to not wear gloves during the sandwich assembly process.
I know it sounds crazy.
Yeah, very weird. They're only wearing gloves after they're packaging the product. I guess that's because, like, they're in the theory of it, right? Their hands are touching, like, packaging, I suppose. So that's unclean if you're touching the outside of a packaging, right? So they consider it, right? I'm not going to fucking argue with it. But yeah, I just can't see why they just wouldn't provide that to every like worker in their factory, especially during the assembly process, right? Again, I'm not going to like sit here and care about it too much. Because again, if you wash your hands, if you genuinely wash your hands, that typically is cleaner than gloves most of the time, right? Bacteria can build up on gloves, especially if you're not changing your gloves often, right? There's no way for that bacteria to get off that glove, so now you're putting it directly into the food product, right? So I can see in a way, but also it just seems weird to me.
Not wear gloves during the sandwich assembly process.
I know it sounds crazy, but whenever I touch these sandwiches, and you're gonna laugh at me, you're gonna think I'm nuts, you're gonna think I'm crazy. When I touch these sandwiches, I feel the hands of every person who's touched them before me and after me. And I feel this jolt of like friggin' lightning or something from my head to the tip of my you-know-what. Sometimes while I'm grabbing these sandwiches with my bare hands, I just can't help but throw my head back in ecstasy and moan. So whenever I go out and talk to chicks, the chicks say to me, "What do you do?" And I say, "Yes, I do grab sandwiches with my bare hands at a factory." And don't laugh at me. I feel like a spirit, like an orb, shoot through my body every time I grab a sandwich. You know, a lot of people laugh at me. They beat me up. They give me black eyes. They broke my nose 4 times. You know, because I just like to make sandwiches, and I get bullied about it, and I get bullied for it, and they pull my underwear up and do the feces does fall out because of how hard they pull. But will I stop grabbing sandwiches with my bare hands and moving them down the assembly line? Absolutely freaking not, if you know what I mean. Like, no, the answer is no way. This is the only thing that brings my life joy. And you could beat me up, you can threaten to kill me, you can dox me, you can come to my house in a black SUV. I'm not gonna stop doing this. I love the people of this country. I love giving them soggy sandwiches. No, I'm not gonna stop.
Oh my god.
What the fuck was that?
That was quite the interview. Holy shit. Yeah, that was an interview with the factory worker. The narrator's like, "Guh?" That's a good one too. Given my history with prepackaged sandwiches, doesn't really surprise me all that much. Another great episode here. Really enjoying this so far, I have to say. Holy shit. Yeah, some things obviously weird about that, the glove thing, but like, geez, I mean, and the way he's doing this in a humorous way, man, definitely takes some creativity, I want to say, because like, holy shit, I wouldn't be able to just come up with this shit, you know what I mean? And I don't know how long it took him to put each one of these together to come up with like what he was gonna say script wise, but like he did a great job with it, I have to say. He's done a fantastic job with it so far. Third one, how it's actually made bowling balls. Now, I haven't gone bowling in many years. Pretty much every bowling alley around here, pretty much every bowling alley around here has been pretty much shut down. We had one in my hometown. It was a really nice one. One of the old classic, like almost apartment style, like buildings. And it was so cool. And it was just a bowling alley. It shut down years ago. I want to say probably when I was like 8 or 9, it closed down. Super cool place. They had an arcade in there. They had their own restaurant. But I guess it just wasn't profitable anymore. And nowadays, especially, you really do not see any bowling alleys still open, to be honest. There's like 1 or 2, and I'm sure there's a few in the big cities, but like, shit, I live in like a moderate sized city, I guess, by Canadian standards, and there's nothing here like that right anymore. It's very sad. But either way, guys, how it's actually made bowling balls. Don't know a whole lot about bowling besides, again, from many years ago when I played. I know the basics. But without any further delay, let's obviously see what it's about. We're liked up there. Captions on, quality 1080p full screen. Without any further delay, let's see how bowling balls are made.
The bowling ball as we know it has undergone a lot of changes over several centuries to become such a striking success. From a crude stone to carved wood to rubber to molded polyester, it's been reinvented numerous times, but the latest version has turned out to be a real winner.
I don't even know what they're actually made of.
Technological advances have reshaped every kind of bowling ball, including these balls made from ebonite. A bowling ball's nucleus is actually asymmetrical to help it curve. However, the name bowling prolated spheroid wasn't as marketable, so today they're called bowling balls. Cores are made from polyester resin, blending in materials such as this powder,
right,
and this powder.
Okay.
The result looks like what you typically see if you happen to eat the hot wings at your local bowling alley.
Right.
As they pipe the mixture into molds made from unexploded landmines, it will quickly cure and solidify. As you can see from large Caleb's massive forearms, it takes a lot of force to open these cores once they fully solidify. Each measurement of this core is specifically tuned to the performance level of the ball that goes with it. For rental balls sold to bowling alleys, this core will cause the ball to behave wildly and move entirely at random.
I see. Yeah, right. Because if you're using a rented bowling ball, right, it's obviously shitty, you know. They're trying to throw your games. It's exactly what it is, 100%.
And move entirely at random. A hole is drilled into the core to help precisely suspend it into a second mold. This is when things start getting crazy. The core is tapered down into the mold and then locked into place before it can panic once it realizes what's happening.
Oh my god.
The mold is then pumped full of a special white liquid. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. It's a special fluid that mommies and daddies create things with.
Oh my god.
It's liquid plastic. What did you think I was talking about?
Right. Of course.
Anyway, the molds full of industrial strength jizz will solidify around the core over a series of days. Then it's time to remove the cores from their molds. And there's only one way to do that. With slam jams. Boom shakalaka!
Oh.
Slams it in! Slam jam! He's on fire!
Oh my god.
Once the post-cyberpocalypse has been prevented with enough chaos dunks, the balls enter a third mold. This mold will cover the bowling ball in its trademark bowling ball skin, increasing
It is kind of interesting how they build it up over layers, though. Like, I won't lie, how they actually, like, realistically speaking, right? How they actually do it is actually seemingly pretty neat. They build it up over layers over time, right? That's how you get that layered effect and that spherical shape, right? They're using like 3 different molds over and over again to get that. That's actually pretty cool.
This mold will cover the bowling ball in its trademark bowling ball skin, increasing traction. It's made of colorant, plasticizer, ball-material, and bolscosity.
Right. Those are real things.
As this all flows into the molds, it solidifies 100%. In just seconds, the same amount of time it takes your mom to get that special white liquid I mentioned earlier from your dad. Now it's into the oven to... Nope, just kidding! Boom shakalaka! Now it's into the oven to speed along the ball's chemical reactions to help it harden.
Okay. So they're still soft during this phase.
A grinder removes excess left on the bowling ball, because just because you're unique doesn't mean you're useful. If you slice this bowling ball in 2, you'd get this, revealing that most bowling balls are actually just extra large jawbreakers.
Right. Actually kind of looks like it.
A lift system lowers the bowling ball into a waterboarding machine to see if it's hiding any secrets about the KGB and its planted operatives.
Holy shit.
If the ball proves itself to be a traitor to freedom, it will be branded with the name of the object it will be killed with if it ever tries to betray the US government.
Oh, cool. They stamp it like that. Okay.
Then, the ball is sanded while being waterboarded again. The former to smooth the ball's exterior, and the latter to make sure it never forgets what happened here today.
Oh my god. Holy shit. And it looks like they're adding like a laminated effect to it there as well, because it gets shiny. That's not just water. That's like a lamination to it. That's like the that's how you stop it from getting like the scuff marks and shit. Otherwise it'd be like rough as shit if you picked up a bowling ball, I imagine.
The ball is totally buffed. It's put into an aero trim to see if it can handle the G-forces of being thrown down a lane. And finally, in some footage we had to edit out because it's too not safe for work for this website, the finger holes are drilled.
Wow, holy shit. Holy shit, that one was how it's made bowling balls. Obviously, modern context, or I guess context with myself, again, haven't bowled a whole lot recently, don't actually know anything about bowling balls. That one again, super funny. HuggBees here, again, never heard of his channel before, but apparently making some fantastic content out here. And these are older videos too. That one's 5 years, 6 years, 5 years ago. I've literally never heard of this before, or heard of this fellow before, or these videos before. So again, I must have been just under a rock or some shit, because like these are actually really, really good. I'm enjoying these a lot. Holy shit, guys. But no, these were recommended to me by Dagenhart. Big thank you, Dagenhart, for these recommendations. Fucking had a lot of fun with these. Very humorous, I have to say. Yeah, obviously, if you guys enjoyed the reaction here today, hit that like button, subscribe for more content from me. Leave your recommendations down in the comments below what you guys want me to check out next. Big thank you, of course, to all of our members. Join our Discord if you're not in it already, guys. And of course, yeah, without any further delay, this has been Centurion, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace, guys.